Welcome back to Riding with Kash. As you can see, I have ordered a lot more things today. My original plan was adventure across US and Canada on Himalayan, and of course the COVID-19 pandemic still seems to go on and on and on, and the more cases, we have to be more safe. So I've been going on little rides and telling stories around. But I still do plan to travel from one safe zone to other safe zone. And the idea of safe zone is I have a home in Chicago and I have a home in Toronto. So I'm going to ride on the Himalayan. But at the same time, I've got to prepare because I'm going to close this place down for at least a month. So I have an interesting story to tell. In today's world, when you want to do things in life, they say, oh, get a mentor. And somebody say, oh, no, you need an influencer. And then you talk to somebody about, some guidance or wisdom, say, oh, you got to be a good listener. You got to, talk less and, listen more. And then I'm a big fan of Dalai Lama. I'd say, oh, internalize, show compassion. And then you say, so you'll have people, you go all the way left and they'll go all the way right. And so you'll have a CNN and you have a Fox. I don't know if I can use them, but you know what I mean. You get the gist of it. So everybody has an opinion, and somebody say, "Oh, I don't believe in God," and say, "What is God?" And then you open your dollar and say, "In God we trust." I'm like, so. In short, my way of life is be oblivious to most of the things, just oblivious. So I do have friends. There are friends who let me talk, and I choose those kind of friends that let me talk. It's fun. And I live with 3 of them. And they're very interesting friends because they don't talk back. One of them is Lakshmi. One of them is Sheikh. And one of them is Moses. Now, Lakshmi is, of course, we call the money plant, and you can have all scientific names. Sheikh is a miniature palm, and Moses is a Christmas cactus. So now, these friends of mine are going to be alone here, and there's nobody to take care. I have a lot of friends that were around, went back to India, who'd come and water the plants and take care of these things. But now they can't. So what do? I plan. So I planned a couple of things. For the ride, I got an extra GoPro, Hero 8 Black. I have some extra gear some other time. But today, I found an indoor irrigation system, which means I can program this pump up to a month, pipe them up properly, wire it up, a battery backup, put it on the power supply, and basically my plants get water for the entire month. And the only downside is there's no monitoring system like on internet. Like for example, it doesn't work, power fails. All it does is it has a redundancy built in. If there's no power supply, it'll jump to battery backup. It doesn't use too much battery power, but still. The idea is to make sure there's some safety mechanisms so your plants get watered for a month. And my other challenge is all these pots are different sizes. So how much water is good water? The good side is they're all hardy plants, so they should be able to survive. Giving the water a bit more or water a bit less. I'll have to really figure out. These are all the T-joints, the connectors. I want to make sure they're not leaking. A bunch of filters out here. I might have to put this pump away at a slight height. So my Roomba, that's my vacuum cleaner, it turns on its own at 8:30 in the morning and cleans up the floors. All set. So that's how you maintain the house for a month. So let's see what kind of batteries. Oh, these are AA, 4 of them. I should have enough of them. Oops. Oop. Oh, it's a bit overcrowded. So you can go up to 10 plants on this. So these are the inserts that go in each planter, 10 of them. So once all the tubing or piping is done, that's the time you do it. I got 4 new batteries. AA's, apparently internet said that the batteries last pretty long. And there you go, it powers on. It has day and time of the month, and how many times in a day, and how much water, and water is full, and the battery is full. So it tells me the date, how long, and then I can pretty much decide how many times and how much water. So the other thing that it does is it has a USB backup power, so you can pretty much plug it into the wall along with the USB connector. What it'll do is its primary source of power would be through the wall, but through USB. And then if this power goes out in the house, your battery will keep this on, and the water will keep going. A bunch of clothesline clips, which will hold the tubes in place on top of the pots. There's nothing but a water pump with a programmable circuit on the top, so you can do how long and how often. So basically you can do up to 99 seconds or up 1 to 15 minutes, and then you can do hourly, up to 23 times an hour, or you can do daily. So you can do 1 time daily for next 30 days, twice daily, next 30 days, whatever, right? Going to do all that setting, save it, powered. There's a battery backup, powered in the wall, right? Proper tubings with clothesline clips on the top, and I think this should be all good. My only problem is if Roomba comes on and pushes around, it can actually tangle it and pull it with it. So Roomba has no brains. So friends, change your plan. I have a little mindless robot in the house that vacuums the house. So I was always scared it'll push the plants or push the water, push the pump. So I anyway have a whole arrangement that I just moved around, so it's up high. Because there's no siphoning effect for this thing. There's no weight inside that goes inside the filter. This thing is programmed, so it's 90 seconds every day. So every day I'll water the plants for 90 seconds. And then I'm going to set it up. So right now the end's in there. Now we need a bunch of T-joints because you got to think it through how it's going to work. So the out is going to come out from here, and then we need a little T-joint for out first. So let's do a little cut here, a little piece. There we go. So, and the nice and straight connections you have, the better it is for sealing the stuff, right? Again, pretty intuitive. I just follow common sense, And if you look at it, even the manual is pretty straightforward. So you want to make sure it doesn't leak. Goes all the way to the top. It did. And then this is the out, so this is the water is going to come out. Oops. So I'm using a little old box as a prop. And this thing's pretty light, just a water pump. And it does 100 ml per minute, so that's pretty good. Can smell plastic. Plastic smells stinky. We should stop using plastic, man. I wish they find something else that is better for the universe. Push it all the way in. I'll just go straight. That will save me a plug-in. My second pan's ready. Moses is now gonna get some water. For Moses, a little IV drip for Lakshmi, and a little IV drip for Shake. We got you water, dude. It was pretty quick. It took me less than an hour to think it through. A lot of planning. Execution was pretty quick. And that is water to Shake. So a little T-joint here, going both ways. On the T-joint right here, I hope Lakshmi gets enough water. the one that needs water? That's okay. Let's try it. Moment of truth. Let's see if it works. It says it should start in 5 seconds. It's actually watering. This damn thing works. Okay, I'm gonna try it for a minute. Let's see how much water it actually does deliver for a minute. Pumps program, 90 seconds every day. And the smallest plant is furthest. There's no way to control how to give less or more. Maybe there is. One of the ways of doing it is keep it at a distance, which I have. So I put this smallest plants further away. Lakshmi is the closest. So that will work. Now, I was a bit worried about electricity and pump and water all in close vicinity. But the safety is this thing has a auto shut-off mechanism, though it's not power, it's not waterproof. And I put a power cord and extension down below, kind of totally away from any water damage, if any. But the good thing is, my buddies, Lakshmi, Moses, and Kate, are water now. If you like watching Riding with Cash, hit subscribe and join me on the next ride.